It's weird though. He used to come out, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, he's really boring. They haven't come out with anything." Blah blah blah. And then I was like, "What?" And then they started doing all these really weird designs, and I didn't like any of them. I mean, I'm not saying if you like him, that's fine, but I didn't care for him, and that's okay. I mean, I don't, we don't all have to like everything. They had a few knives that they kept using M390. Yeah, and especially if they put black PVD on there, their heat treat would go to, it'd be like ass. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound bad, but that's the first time you hear me use a word like that. But that's really what it was. It was like nasty. It was like, why would you do PVD and then ruin the heat?
What up, Gene?
That
what
was
up, Land
really
Rover?
disappointing to me. Really, really disappointing. I wish that wasn't the case.
What's going on?
Coming back soon. Okay, no worries, no worries. We're asking about if Catulo might have.
Oh, this fucking bozo! I gotta mute him. He drives me nuts. He drives me nuts. Watching his life, especially when he gets on that kazoo, man. Does it kill me? Absolutely kills me. Oh, I'm not gonna be live, but an hour and a half tonight. That's the max. I'm kind of wore out from today on a side job. Felt like I was having another heart attack. Whew. Digging holes with a post hole digger. In bedrock. In clay. My hat says it should be here in my mailbox. Go out to it and get it. Then take a picture of it and email it to me. I got a bunch of knives today from a trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 knives. 12 knives. I got a Banaka blaster now, baby. Go out and check right now, man. Walk out to that damn mailbox. What is it, a mile away from your house? Mine's a quarter of a mile from my house. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you like doing ganja, brother. Not here. I quit wasting my money 25 years ago. Oh boy. Okay. I guess you're entitled to rest. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm just as tired as you, bro. Digging fucking post holes all day. You seen who's up this wee hour in the morning? Well, wee hour of the evening. It's not morning yet. That's a young man's job. Well, how young do you think I am? I'm probably older than you. No, you got to be older than me. I think you already told me you're older than me. But how do you think you stay young? Doing young man's jobs. That's how you stay young. There's no job too tough for this old man. There's Cliff. Did you get your package yet? No. Fucking Alaskan. Oh, they're flying it in now, ain't they? They got it to the Pony Express, and now they got to put it on a flight into your property, right? You been tracking it? You know where it's at? Is it like in Alberta or something? Ah, it's in Washington. So sooner or later we'll get on a ferry boat. It'll be on its way over, huh? If it's in Alberta, you'll take it. What's happening, Mr. Jordan? I am smoking Ireland's best. Since 1865, Peterson of Dublin, early morning, in a tin can. From Ireland, Dublin, Ireland. We got my favorite holiday coming up, St. Patty's Day soon. I'll be playing some Irish music for y'all on a live here soon. I don't want to hear your shit. Go lay down. Fucking cats. Just go chill. Lay down with. Go up there and lay down with Pumpkin. Tiger. Go lay down. Good, good. Here's one of my new knives today. I got the big one now and the small one. Does anybody know what they are? This one's got the drop point. This little guy's got the spear point. Brown Sugar, you gonna win tonight on Rob's Nerdy Knives? Nobody knows what this is? Come on, man. As many modern YouTube lives that you're on, Brown Sugar, and you don't know what this damn knife is? MPG one? Oh, did he have the drawing already? Because he's still alive, man. I'm watching him. And I seen you in there. What the hell? No, he needs to give away something else then. He don't give enough away. What knife is it? Come on, man. I'm not going to show you the next knife till you figure that one out. Oh, then I'm turning the shit off, man, because I got the volume up already. uh, I want to go over to his house and smash every gazoo he owns. Nope, it's not a Kershaw. Come on, modern girl. What is it? Just because it's a spring assist doesn't mean it's a Kershaw. Look at that handle really good. What's it look like? I'll give you a hint. It's a German knife. But most of y'all only know what high powder steel knives are. Nope, not a Microtech. Another hit. It doesn't have high powered powdered steels in it. It doesn't have carbides, vanadium, chromium, magnesium, tungsten, cobalt, all shoved in a powder and then shot with inert gas and remelted into a metal to make a powder steel knife. Milo? What's Milo? Cliff got it right. Boker Kalishnikov. This is the mini. They have this in a purple blade too. It's a smaller one. It's the smallest one. This is up your boat in purple, brown sugar. You'd love this knife. They have this knife in every color. What's BS? Can I go over to Rob's Nerdy Knives and smash his gazoos? I want to break into his house and smash every fucking kazoo he owns. Oh, I think that's funny. You all like my new hat? Gotta check it out. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They got these knives in just about every color. Where did the name Kalishnikov come from? Let me ask you that. And it's not German. It's Russian. What did Mr. Kalishnikov make famous? Hence, these knives come in a magazine. What rifle? I have a couple of Kalishnikov rifles in my gun safe right now. But there's nothing better than that one right there. That one's made in America. Do you know what that thing is? And what model it is? Who makes it? Some of you may know me talking about it earlier, a long time ago. What model it is. The last time I've been hunting? This year. I hunt every year. I could have shot 2 turkeys out my patio deck yesterday. I got the crow call out instead of playing with them. What's up, David? How's it going? Who's that? Mr. Jordan? You talking about me? Still getting out there? Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll hunt to the day I die. I will harvest what God supplies me till the day I die. This coming weekend, I'm going to have my boat out for the first time, and we're going after some saugers and walleyes. I'm going to fill my freezer up. I got these in the mail today. I ain't too happy with them either. This has got to be the most, they look normal. They just don't have no black dots on the sides of them. You know what these are? Going okay? That's cool. Your health better? Weren't you the one that had some health problems or something? A favorite rifle cartridge for hunting? It depends on if it's big game or small game. Big game will always be the 7mm. By no other than Remington. But I like hunting with that 300 blackout. Nope. Never go wrong with a 7mm. Critter Gator, what's up, my brother? I got a haul of knives here I got. So did anybody guess what this is? You get off work just now, Critter? Or Shane? Charlie Cook, what's up, my brother? Check out the slip I got today. Guess who made that? I got my Sheffield, England Washington Barlow in it. Shut up. Go lay down. I'm gonna get a bullwhip out and start fucking whipping your guys' asses. Nobody knows what this is, huh? Nobody wants to guess what this is. Nobody wants to guess what this is. Nobody's saying anything. I got it in the mail today. And it's like literally 4 days late. That's it, Charlie. That's it. It's for this. They're going to get, see that? Birch bark. They're going to get stacked on here. Make my handle. I got to do some heat treating tomorrow night, I think, if I'm not too tired. I've got a customer's knife to get heat treated and 2 of my own to get heat treated. Well, lay down. You little son of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, so I got me a mini Kalishnikov. Now I got the big and the small. I made a 11 knife trade with Jerry Shelby. Or Jerry Phillips from Shelby. I got, I'll save the best for last. Look at this honking fishing knife. I collect fishing knives. I probably got 30 of them now. This is a Saber Japan. It's an old user. This one is a Boker, Germany congressman with fluted bolsters. Look at it. Some bozo put epoxy in where the shield was. Now I gotta fucking take it out and order a shield for it. I got, oh yeah, I've loved them all my life. And the drums. I play drums and guitar. Richards, Sheffield, England. Let's see if I can open these things up, man. This thing, I gotta clean these son of a guns, boy. I tell you what. I just open one side. I don't want to break the double spring on the one. But this is a Richards from Sheffield, England scout knife. For a 125 old timer. I got one here somewhere. But it's got to go back in that one that I'm doing. Oh, and I got this one here. Speaking of Schrade, this is an old pocket user here. I'm going to clean it up and oil it really good. But it's in excellent shape. I got this one here from. This one is a Japanese fishing knife. It's a shorter one. It's not like the long ones. Like the long ones here. But this thing, look at the thickness of it. It's got 3 springs on it and 3 tools. This fishing knife's got a blade. It's got the descaler and de-hook or hooker and bottle opener. And lastly, my first fishing knife with a set of scissors on them. This is made in Japan. All these knives need some work to them. Then this one, single bladed fishing knife from Germany. I love it when they got the bails on them. Oh yeah. Yeah, you cut your fishing line with the scissors, right? And I actually use them when I go fishing. I'll take a different fishing knife with me every time I go out. I got this thing. It's a glass breaker. It's got a pocket clip on it. And you open it up. It's a sticker. Spear from China. 32-219. Fury it's called. From China. And that's a thick ass spear on there. This thing will go right into somebody's heart. Good night. Who's going to bed? You going to bed, Clip? Three more left that I got from Jerry. One of my favorite all-time favorites. And I got, this probably makes number 15 or 16. You know, I'm from Chicagoland area, so I love my good Craftsman knives. It's got a nice chunky drop point on it with the swedge. Love the swedge on it. It's flat cut on one side. See the flat cut? Sears Craftsman. Nice pen blade on it. Nice size. Look at this thing. That's a flat grind on that side. Completely flat grind. I guess both sides are flat grind. It's actually like a chisel grind. No, it's a flat grind. But ain't that swedge on that pretty cool? That's a stout little blade on a scout knife. Oh, Gene's going to sleep? All right, good night, Gene. God bless you, man. Be safe. Second to the last knife. Now look at this thing. This is a 19, I want to say 56. There's only 4 years. Or, no, 5, 6 years. 64 to 70. Case Slimline Trapper. It's got the Case XX USA. Am I right, Charlie? What happened to my live? It froze. Did you see that? I didn't even see it. 65 to 69. That's it. Yep. I was right. 65 to 69. Now look at this. Looks real nice on that side. But wait till you see me finish this. I love the slim line. That's my favorite trapper, the slim line. One blade. I love the slim lines. Yeah, it froze for me too, and I had to reboot my computer screen. Look at this side. It's a different scale. But what is that? Can you see what that is? What material is that? Is that wood? I hit the pause on my computer somehow on accident. I got this new mouse and it's got them side buttons on it. What material is on the other side of this knife, man? Oh my God. I want to take it off right now. Some bonehead got the great idea to put leather on this side of the knife. It's fucking leather. I mean, come on, man. See how easy it is to take off. Oh yeah. This is definitely a project knife here. But I might put ram's horn on this thing. You know, take this Delrin off this other side. It'll be the only case single bladed trapper, slimline trapper that I own with ram's horn on it. There it is. A piece of leather. It popped right out, boy. Oh, shit. What a bonehead. Or maybe I'll just put bone on the other side and replicate this side. Make it look original, right? Because the blade ain't really that used well, that much, man. And I could polish this carbon blade right up. Let me see here. Pencil. Where'd I put my pencil? Of course, I can never find my damn pencil when I want it. Jerry and Big Jim and Rex, them old timers are probably sleeping. You might have a Derlin scale for this? Well, regardless, I got to take the back pin out, and that's no problem. I'll just clip this right now and push it through. And then I got to take this whole liner off the side in order to get any scale on it without doing it with no pins. It's no problem. I mean, I'll have it back together in a day. What do you think, Charlie? You think that'll do this thing justice if I put Derlin to match it on there? You got the slimline Derlin? Let me know if you got one. I'll put it back on here. Keep it original. Because it's got the original badge on it. Or shield. With the fat S. That's how you know it's a vintage knife. If it's got the tall S, it's the newer ones. On the shield. And this thing needs clean. Look at this. Damn. There is no snap at all on it. It is filthy. Another good reason to take it apart. I think I'm going to do that now. Anyways, let's get on with this. That was the second to last knife. And here's the one I wanted from him. And after trading him, I gave him 2 cases for this, man. And I'm thinking, you know what? This fucking knife's only $75 on eBay. What was I thinking? But I know how people don't like to give these up. Do you know what it is? This is the case he said when he got it, it came with. It's got turkey feet all over it. And look at this honker ass lanyard, man. Just a chunk of antler cut off, no direction. But other than that, this is a big boy here, man. The Moore Maker. It's my first Moore Maker ever. And I wanted one, so I got one now. Like I said, in this thing, got a couple scratches on it. Looks like it's been sharpened. It's not new. And you can get them unused, new on eBay for 75 bucks. So I'm going to tell Jerry I've been had. He's like, you know, I don't have to get rid of that Moore Maker. I said, oh, yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Here I'm thinking this is like a $150 knife. It's half that. I'm going to tell him you owe me a nice, newer Boker Germany tree brand knife. Yet, for this. Or for the 2 case knives I gave him for 90 bucks a piece. Man, this thing's a honker. I didn't realize this was this big. I got a couple silver bullets this size too. But I might make this a user. I'm going to make me a good sheath for it though. This one here don't cut it. It's got a rivet in the back. There's no purpose for that rivet. There's not 2 layers of leather here. Only 1 layer. And they put a rivet there. What's the purpose of that? Whoever made this surely in hell didn't know what they were doing. Did I get it? No, he threw that in for free. I think he felt guilty. I'm just going to mess with him. I'm going to say, man, I've been had. I mess with him all the time, man. He's a buddy now, man. But I will say one thing. It is a well-built knife. Other than the fact the pin is flush on this side. You see it on the bolster? On this side, it's countersunk. Can you see it countersunk? That's not acceptable. I'm going to have to take it out and put a new one in. And there's a crack on one of the pins here. But like I said, this will just be a user knife. I'll buy a brand new Moore Maker since they're this cheap. Bear & Sons made these Moore Makers. Moore Maker Incorporated, Matador, Texas. And it says Matador, Texas on the blade too. But yeah, that's not acceptable, man. Yeah, and you can see the gap right here on this side. That's why that thing's popped up. Hell, I might as well take the scales off of this too. I don't like having a crack on my scales, especially when they're fucking plastic. This knife's been dropped a couple times. That's the problem. Somebody dropped it somewhere. Maybe it was in their garage or on the sidewalk, or because this thing hit a solid surface. That's why that pin popped. But other than that, yeah, see the play in the blade? Man. I might fucking pop that out right now and put a new one in it. Oh, I got a list to give to Jerry when he comes live here. Oh, he's gonna get an earful. I'll get to ride his ass so much he's gonna feel so guilty he'll send me a brand new knife. He got 7 brand new case knives from me. Let's put it that way. And you've seen what I got from him. I think the best knife I got from him was right here. The Boker Kalishnikov. And it's probably made in China. But I agreed to everything, so I did want this knife to go with my other one. But I'm just gonna mess with him. I'm gonna mess with him. He's gonna feel guilty by the time I'm done with it. Cause I'm gonna tell Japanese fishing knives, a Chinese glass breaker, and an all beat up Boker. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 knives. I could buy these at a flea market for $10 a piece. And that's what he did. I guarantee you, he paid $10 a piece for it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Them 6 knives, I'm going to tell them that's worth 1 case knife I gave you. What about the other 7? I'm going to make him feel so guilty. But I did want a couple project knives to work on and make videos with. Not that I don't have plenty here to do that with, but and I'll probably never get to them. Here's my tobacco. Hold on here. Where's my kickstand at here? Here's my tobacco. Ooh. Right here. It comes with a paper wrapping over it. It's in a nice, beautiful tin here, see? Established 1865. Peterson of Dublin. The land of Ireland. Yes, Claude, I do have some project knives. Say hi to Claude, everybody. He's texting me what I'm saying on here. Just come in and say hi, Claude, damn it. We all miss you. Come on, guys, tell him. Come on, Claude, get in here. Say hi to us all. I'm going to use these tins to put wax in. I'm going to make that knife wax that all the modern guys love to slather all over their knives and make them look nice and slathered. And sexy and I mean, be honest with me, guys. How many of us actually fucking put wax all over your knife? That is hilarious. Yeah, this would make a good tin for wax for the suckers. Come on, Claude. Say hi to everybody. You can do it. You can do it. Who's talented? Me? I'm not talented, man. I don't know shit. Oh, I was swinging at some fucking post hole diggers all day today. Oh my God. It took me 10 minutes to take the fence down and 10 hours to dig the post holes for it. No, it wasn't 10 hours. I was there 8 hours. Yes, sir. I'm a knife maker. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just messing with you. It's my passion, brother. Yeah, right. Put some oil on old car paint. It'll last a lot longer. It'll keep it from rusting. So tomorrow, hopefully, I get my pattern in the mail for making my 20 millimeter watch band for my other Seiko. This one here is 18 millimeter, and I got a NATO strap for it. But I'm making the custom leather strap for my other Seiko 5, like this one. It's 20 millimeter. I might leave work, my side job early tomorrow if it comes in the mail. No, I got to get it done. Get paid cash tomorrow. I made her give me some cash down before I started too, man. All cash. Fuck Uncle Sam. Y'all you want a kitchen remodel or a bathroom remodel? I'll load up my tools and go right on down to Alabama and take care of you. I told the wife I'm going to be a traveling. There's Claude. Hey there, buddy. We might be selling soon here and going to North Carolina anyway. I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of that fat fuck prickster that's ruining our state, making it too expensive to live here. He just passed another law, graveyard tax law. Now we got to pay an extra $250 a year on our property taxes to pay for these fucking graveyards. Ain't it the responsibility of a graveyard to get the funds up to keep the maintenance going on? And what does it cost to be fucking buried? $5,000? $7,000? Fuck, don't burn me, man. Take me to a fucking boat to the North Atlantic and fucking throw me overboard. Of course, you didn't have to do that. Just tie a fucking rope around my ankle and throw me in my favorite lake to fish. That's all you got to do. I'll feed the fish. Man, this motherfucker is dirty now. Damn it. Take the tape off and start over. Ooh, look at all that tar. I'm gonna buy me a new knife, a new pipe tomorrow. I seen a couple yesterday. I should have bought one of them. I was looking at it like, man, do I want to spend $60 on a pipe or not? But you know what? When you do, you get nice filters in them and nice holes in them, and they work perfect. I got to rest this thing, man. I'm going to cut it here and put deer antler on here. I might even do this. What I'll do is I'll take a deer antler that's straighter, and I'll drill a hole all the way through. Well, I'll boil it for 2 hours and bend it straight. Drill my hole in it, then boil it again and bend it back. I'm going to cut this off and make the rest of this pipe, because this is a beautiful burl. Yeah. It deserves a... It deserves some antler. Under a tree? Yeah, I mean, you know what? When you die, your spirit leaves your soul. Your spirit leaves the flesh anyway. Your soul leaves the flesh and goes from hell on earth to a good place, if you deserve it. I don't think Trump will go to a good place. His fucking soul is gonna rot in hell for all them young girls that he played with. I know he's going to hell. That's for damn sure. Talking like he's holding a Bible and shit. That motherfucker only been to church probably once in his life, and that's because he was a kid and his parents forced him to. Biggest con artist in the world, man. And now he's ringing up the national debt so high. I hope you guys like paying 60% for everything now. He's the king of debt in Washington. He spent more money than any president in our history. Hell, he did that his first 4 years. Well, thanks. I always speak the truth. See, here's the truth a lot of people can't understand. Washington don't work for us. It's not we the people. It's we ourselves and I, that's what it is. Everybody's for themselves. In the fucking billionaire club that runs this country, which means the banks. The banks own it all. The banks are draining the wealth. The banks control and own Washington. The banks finance Washington. The banks get the last say-so on what goes down in this country. And they're the ones destroying the monetary value of the U.S. dollar and causing inflation to go through the roof by loaning it in the trillions now to a government that's too overbloated and too unfiscal responsible to balance anything, let alone fucking their own. And they're just pawns of the banks. That's all they are. And if you haven't realized, because of the monetary inflation, which is worse than taxes on your labor, you're all paying since 2022 60% higher for everything you buy. How do you like Trump now? And man, that gas price going up, man, that's something else. I'm telling you, that fucking Biden, I'm telling you. Fucking Biden is causing gas to go up again. I'm telling you what. I just think American people are so lost in reality that they don't know what's the truth anymore. I don't think they ever have. Well, I agree with you. Yeah, we need some land and a home, and But you still got to, unless you're off the grid, you're still paying taxes. You're still renting your property no matter what. You pay off your property, you're still renting it. You'll never outright own it unless you withdraw from the Social Security system, become solvent. Only way you will outrightly own your own land is if you become solvent. And you can do it legally. There's 17,000 people in the state of Illinois that own their land outright. They pay no income tax. They pay no property tax. The only thing they pay taxes on is goods they buy. And the cops really can't pull them over because they're not owned by the government. See, when you all are born and your mom signed your birth certificate, she signed you over to the federal government to pay off their debt. You look in the back of your Social Security card, there's a red number. Well, that's your ticker number on Wall Street on how much you're obligated to pay the debt. Now, me, about 1.8 million. And that's what I would have made if I would have invested in the Social Security myself. See, they got it all figured out, folks. History's a lie. Everything's a lie in this fucking country. And they got everybody fighting against each other. You know what I mean? This partisan bullshit. Oh, you're a fucking liberal. You're a no good. You're the reason why this country's going to shit. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say. The banks are the reason why this country is going to shit. Get that in your heads. That's all you got to do. Get that in your heads. Until we starve the banks, America is not going to be great again. Because the Federal Reserve that's owned by the IMF has destroyed the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar by almost 1,000%, 700% of it after Ronald Reagan. That's right. Psycholand congenitive drawn. You're absolutely right. And you know what? Mark my word. I told everybody a year ago, that the Middle Eastern War was about the banks taking over every one of them countries financially, got them broke through bombing the shit out of them, begging for money. And they succeeded. And I said this last year. I said, no, there's one country left. Guess who they're going after now? Iran. I said that last year, 14, 15 months ago. They're not going to stop until Iran's broke, and they're begging the IMF to be on their monetary system. Now they own all the resources in the Middle East. It's all a scam. War's always been a scam. They got Americans preaching the red, white, and blue, and God bless America, and all this and this and that. But the reality is, wars are for banks to profit on all sides. It ain't for freedom. You guys all believing it's for freedom. And don't get me wrong, I fought in two of them. I fought in 2 wars. But man, if I would have known then what I know now, I would have never joined the military. And God bless our children that do. Fight in the front line to make some fucking banker wealthy. As usual. But see that? Now that's the truth. And it hurts people to hear shit like this. They don't want to accept that as reality because they like to fly their American flag. They like to, we love our country. And I do, don't get me wrong. I'm just, I got my flags on both my house and in my yard, you know what I mean? And that's for the children that's died before us fighting for what they thought was right. Them flags ain't for the government. Them flags are for those that have died in combat for the wrong cause. It's like World War II. 4,300 people lost their lives in Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1942. And Winston Churchill from England called up Roosevelt and he says, hey, here's your chance to get in the war. Let them hit. Let them attack. There's your chance to get in the war, and we're going to make millions of dollars off this war, buddy. We broke their codes. We knew they were coming. You know, all these wars are all scams. Vietnam was a scam. World War II was a scam. World War I is a scam. It's just all scams. All for the banks and by the banks. So help you God. The people that own the banks wear small hats. Well, tell me more about that. What do you mean small hats? What do you mean by that? I don't follow that. Because the people that own the banks, and in fact, it was Rothschild that said, give me control of a country's money and I care not what laws it makes. All right. And he sent his last son out of his 4 sons to the United States and implemented the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. He created the Federal Reserve. And his family is the leading cartel of the IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund. Exactly. They're Jews. They're not Jews. They're Khazars. If you know what a Khazar is, son of Cain, right? This goes back to the Bible days, right? The Khazars, Rothschilds and them, they came down from Georgia. You know, the country over there. They come down from Georgia. They came into, they're sons of Cain. You know, Cain pushed Abel over the cliff and God condemned him, right? He cursed him. So the sons of Cain came from Georgia, went straight to Israel and took it over. Pushed all the real Jews out, killed half of them. And then Hitler, you know, his regiment and the U.S. companies that supported him killed a lot more of them. So this is why I always say Israel needs to burn to the ground, because it's nothing but Khazar Jews, sons of Cain, that took over Israel, and they never converted over their Catholicism to Judaism. So 78% of these Khazar Jews own and run Israel. Not the real Jews. There's less than 13% real Jews back in Israel. That's it. That's all. They killed most of them. You know, so, but, and that's the Rothschilds. Rothschilds, Jordan, German, Jewish. German Jewish mix, I think he was. What? Not a Jewish. I'm sorry, Khazar Jew, but I think he was Jordan and German, or something like that. I gotta look up his gene pool again. I can't remember, but anyways, no good. The money creators, the money launderers, the ones that's created the IMF, and it's the IMF that owns. IMF owns. Out of 238 industrialized countries, they own 234 of them. It'll be 235 when they get done bombing the shit out of Iran and they give up. So the banks are slowly eroding the world. They're taking over all the monetary systems, except for 5 countries. You know who that is? I think these guys can figure this one out. Russia, India, China, North Korea, in Brazil. They formed their own monetary system called BRICS. They told the IMF to go take a flying fuck. They went out in the world and bought most of the gold. Between Russia and China, they own the most gold anywhere in the world. Anywhere. No other countries own more gold than they do. Not even the bankers. So history in school when we grew up was a lie. All these wars, why we fought them, it was a lie. You know. How many kids going to school and they knows what the words pledge allegiance to your flag means? I bet you half of you in this chat don't know what pledge of allegiance to your flag means. What does allegiance mean? It's a big word, man. Hell, when I was in school, I didn't know what it meant, but I said it. Most kids can't even tell you what every president that's on the dollar bill. on our paper currency, I mean, not the dollar bill. Our paper currency. I don't think there's hardly any children in school today that can tell you every president on the dollar on the paper currency, let alone handwrite their own name. Pot? No, you smoke pot. I don't smoke pot. I got older and wiser and smarter and less stupid as I got older, see. I don't blow money on drugs anymore or alcohol. That's a young man's game. I used to be a young man. I ain't anymore. What in the hell? Come on, man. I got to buy a new pipe tomorrow. I'm not going to mess around with this anymore. Youth is wasted on the young. Exactly. Hey, you know what? Now they went from preying on the fucking subprime mortgage loans, you know, homeowners that couldn't afford these loans, preying on the banks, preying on homeowners. Guess who they're preying on now? College students. Yeah, let's 80% of the college students that go to college will not have a career in their field when they graduate, and we're going to stick them for $125,000 to be there. Tell me that ain't predatorily loaning. These banks know it. These universities know it. There is no jobs. There's 180,000 architectural engineers graduating this year. All right, 180,000. There will only be about 15,000 of them ever get a job in that career. So why let a student go to school and then have to pay what they would for a decent house so that they can't buy a house for 30 years down the road until they pay off their college loan? Yeah, exactly, Jordan. You know, like I said, 80% of college students, when they graduate, will not find a job in their field. Most of them will either have to go to work in a factory or get smart and go to work in a union trade. Yep, exactly. And she's not the only one that can't pay that loan. You know what I mean? You know, junior colleges used to be free. I went to it free. All I paid for was my books. But the last president to abolish the last free junior college was Reagan. Imagine that, right? In California, he demolished the last college where all you had to do was pay for the books. And I got a degree in it's not finance, financial investment. So I'm very educated on what monetary inflation is, and most of you is all, unless you got an education in finance, don't have a clue what I'm talking about. It's the biggest taxation onto the American people, more so than labor ever will be. It's the hidden tax that's killing us the most. And it's caused by the IMF that owns the Federal Reserve. loaning money to a government that can't sustain itself. Yeah, it is complete bullshit. And guess who owns Wall Street and decides who wins and loses on Wall Street? The fucking banks. They own everything, guys. But yet we still have the power to get rid of them. Starve them. If we Americans finally had enough, they're destroying our money. Guess what? Don't fucking use them. In a week or two, they'll collapse completely. And when they do, you're going to force the U.S. Treasury to go back to the gold standard and printing their own money again. Owned absolutely by nobody but by the U.S. people. Nobody ever figured out he wasn't a student. Yeah, they don't know really. But you know, college is really obsolete. It really is, man. Unless you're going to college for brain surgery. You know what I mean? But to become a lawyer or anything else, you know, to become a taxidermist or to become a leather crafter or a bladesmith like me, you know, or a seamstress or a seamster like me, or anything you want to learn, man, it's all on YouTube. YouTube has made college obsolete. And you don't go in debt. I've learned like 4 different fucking talents on YouTube in the last 20 years. On my own pace. And I do damn good at it. And no college taught me what I know. Except for the financial investment. My first mortgage was $1,300 a month. Now I laugh at that. Inflation and debt. Yeah, I went from $1,340 a month to $1,940 a month. Before Trump, $1,340. After Trump, I'm now at $1,940 a month. And Illinois just became, I just heard the reports come out, Illinois just became the most expensive state in the United States to live in. But we do make, the tradesmen here, we do make the most money anywhere in the world, in the country. You know, I mean, our union wages have kept up with inflation. But now I'm not working anymore. I'm retired. My inflation is getting me now. Or the inflation is actually getting me now. But I always stay above water because, like today, cash jobs, what Uncle Sam don't know about, they don't need to know about. I like to look at it as sheeple, not robots. You know, round them up, rawhide. Hey, Martin Garcia, what's happening? So anyways, I probably lost all the knife guys talking all this bullshit. I haven't heard none of them talk lately. Any of the knife guys. They must be getting mad because I talk bad things about Trump and every stupid fucking president we've ever had. The only good president we had was Kennedy. And look what the banks did to him. He was actually stopping the feds, man. And why do you think Ron Paul didn't become president? He says it's time to end the feds. Yeah, right. Okay, you're going to say that on national television? You're off the ballot. You can always be a nun or a preacher. And see all them preachers down in the South, they love Donald Trump. They don't care if he slept with 20 teenagers. God damn it. Fucking burnt myself. You son of a bitch. Pardon my French, folks. I'm sorry. That was a good one, man. Whoo, I'm going to have a blister on my finger. This fucking torch, man. Wow. Saludos. Salud. Corona. Dos X negro. Yo quieres negro dos X. Sí, senor. I'll take a cold Dos Equis dark. All right, Brown Sugar. Good night, girl. God bless you. Thanks for coming in. I'll speak the truth next time you're here, I'm sure. No, I hope I didn't overspeak. But, you know, I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to get frustrated with it myself because it's affecting my wallet now. You know, it's time to wake up Americans. The fucking government don't give a shit about you. If they want to make America great again, they'll stop the banks from draining the wealth. That's right there. Who, what, and when has a president ever stopped the banks from draining the wealth? When you do that, you're going to make America great again. You know, we consume less than 10% out of 100%. Less than 10% of it we make. We make less than 10% of what we consume. That's pretty fucking sad, man. Because when I was a kid, we made 90% of what we consumed. But when the banks own everything, they turn it into an international cesspool for them. They're making money here or overseas. It don't fucking matter where they're doing it at. But we're not making money there. They're draining it all. That's all. Come on, man. Stay still. I gotta get some electrical tape. This ain't working anymore. Looks like I got a crack in it too. I'm buying a new pipe tomorrow, man. This is a new one, man. It is a piece of shit. I gotta put it in the drill press, drill a bigger hole in it. You need fresh cut green wood for carving. Yeah, that's what I need. I got plenty of it in my yard. I don't need to buy it anywhere. I got 5 acres of trees. Yep, I can't wait till I put deer antler on this too, man. This thing's going to be beautiful when I get done with it. Now, let's see if I can get something. Well, is this thing running out of fucking juice already? He filled it up yesterday. Oh, I just don't like being upside down, I guess. Wow. All right, I think it'll toke now. Where I'm at, they're just palm trees. Oh, yeah. Well, I got all kinds of spruce and firs and pines and all kinds of shit. I'm in the northern Midwest. I grew up in Florida when I was a young child. I got sick of looking at palm trees. I came back up here. You know, all the palm trees are surrounded by old geezers that do nothing but get in your way. Everybody that retires in all these northern states got to go down there because their bones can't handle it anymore. I'll probably die in the Midwest. I love it. I love my seasonal changes. I get a break from the bugs, the mosquitoes, the humidity. Can't say that down there in Florida. Where'd Critter Getter go? He just came in to say hi and bye, huh? Jesse Ventura published a book where he explained that Kennedy was not assassinated by faraway shooter. That the shot came from a few meters. And there was 2 shooters. There wasn't just one. See, like I said, people, history's all one big lie. Everything that we learn in school is nothing but a bunch of fucking lies. And what are kids learning in school today? Bunch of fucking lies. It hasn't stopped. They don't even know how to eat healthy. Hell, when I was in school, grade school, the food pyramid was backwards then. The only difference with kids today, when I was in grade school in the 70s, we ate 10 to 12 pounds of sugar a year. These fucking kids are eating 200 to 300 pounds a year. And everybody wonders why these kids are getting fat, getting diabetes, getting cancer. And now they're drinking these fucking energy drinks that's got 14 donuts in each one of them. And about 20 cups of coffee in each one of them. So yeah, let's make America great again. Let's just let the children do that, right? We care. The government cares about our children enough to destroy their fucking education, destroy their food source, destroy everything, man. I hate the fucking government. I hate both parties. I hate everything about them. You know, we got the biggest fighting militia group in the world. It's called the U.S. people. 68% of gun owners in America are ex-vets. And I will stand strong with any ex-vet that wants to take our government down now, or the banks that own and control them. And I don't give a shit who hears me right now. But I will get in the front line. I raised my hand before I went to war in Desert Storm, and ISIS. I do solemnly defend my country, my country, not my politicians, my country, my family, from both domestic and foreign enemies, right? Well, guess who the domestic enemy is? The ones we thought we were fighting for. Your fucking government. They are the enemy in this country. And Trump's just a fucking puppet playing a bullshit con game to make people think there still is a choice in this country. But I know better. So let me know when it gets great again in this country. When that 60% inflation that was caused by him in the last fucking 4.5 years, 5 years. No, 2022 it started. Tell me when that inflation goes down, please. Then it'll start getting great. Okay, energy drinks will not be the downfall of civilization. No, it's not. The banks are the downfall of civilization. They get everybody so broke they're going to start killing each other. Well, when are we going to kill them? That's what I want to know. I'm ready. Man, I'm telling you what. I got to go back to the shitty pipe because I ain't getting nothing out of this now. Wow. Banks margins aren't that great. Margins. What you talking about, Willis? Yeah, that's what I want to buy, bank stock. So I could fuck you all even harder too, right? I don't want nothing to do with banks. I pay cash for everything, man. I don't pay 2%, 2%, 2% every time I use a fucking piece of plastic. I keep my money out of the bank. They're not going to take my money and give 85% of it to some other cocksucker so they can make 8% interest on it. Nope, ain't gonna happen. Nope, I'm not joining them. I want to take them out. That's what we need. We need people in this country with balls that want to go after the system that's screwing them. You know, I had balls. I fought in the front line, you know, in my military. Easiest thing to do is to become a fucking coward and become part of the system, because you're not making it better. You're making it worse for everybody else. And unless you're greedy and all you care about is yourself, then you'll become part of the system. You know, my uncle was a well-known throughout the whole state of Illinois state representative. And he told me when I was a kid, he said, you know what a politician is? A legalized fucking crook. That's all they are. Any man that wears a suit and a tie is a fucking crook. And basically they are. Look at attorneys. The highest profit margin income in the United States is being an attorney. They got a 65% profit margin. That's higher than most corporate businesses. What am I doing? I'm cleaning a pipe. They haven't got me to the point where I need to start smoking weed again. I'm enjoying my life now, man. Fuck the government. I'm fucking them every way I can. They just don't know it. And they're fucking you every way they can. Believe me, they got offshore accounts where they don't pay taxes on shit. You know, how did a politician go in with a salary, a congressman, make $175,000 a year for salary in 30 years with only $500,000 to his name? Comes out with almost $230 million by the time he's done in 30 years. Boy, I wish I could have done that on my salary. I'm not turning on a system that gave me success. I gave myself success my whole life. I'm a successful retired union carpenter. I make more in my pension than most Americans could fathom to make. My brother's got a master's degree in college. He can't even retire. He's book smarter than me, but he's not intellectually smarter than me. I've got my portfolio too, brother. I went to college for it too. But you know what? I'm not gonna. I won't stand and watch him screw everybody. You know what I mean? I got a well-diversified portfolio. I don't have to do shit if I don't want to do it. I do it because I love doing it. And I do what I love. My whole career I've done what I loved. You know, after I got a degree in corporate finance, I didn't want to go off into the corporate world. I didn't want to be a fucking legalized crook. I made money, made myself happy, and I've always been happy. And being happy and make myself happy doesn't mean screwing others to become happy. Because money doesn't buy happiness. It just makes life easier if you don't know anything else. You know, so becoming a system, you know, do you really enjoy that? I really enjoy busting my ass and breaking my back to have more self-pride and satisfaction on what I did and what I become. My father was a carpenter. I became a carpenter. My father was in the military. I was in the military. You know, how many How many presidents' kids were in the military? Why don't you ask Trump to send his kids to Iran right now? I bet they'd be first in line, right? Made an honest living my whole life. That's all I got to say. And enjoyed every minute of it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And so did the Bushes, right? Fucking war crooks. War criminals is what they are. George Bush Sr. bailed on his fucking crew. Let them all die. He bailed out of the plane instead of trying to maneuver it to get the hell out of where they're at. He just bailed on them. And then Bush Jr., he never got drafted because Daddy sent him off to the Air Guard in Texas. Why? Because he didn't want him drafted. And Texas Air Guard is owned by the Texas Lottery. So the Texas Lottery owed Bush Sr. a favor. And Bush Jr. wasn't even smart enough to pass the fucking ASVAB test. They just ran him through the Air Guard. He didn't have to go to Vietnam. Thanks to Daddy. Yeah, he served and he fucking bailed on his crew, killing them all. Guess where Prescott served? His father. He served with 13 U.S. companies that recruited an Austrian by the name of Adolf Hitler, and they built Auschwitz. Prescott Bush held the Nazis' money in the New York TransUnion Bank, the TransUnion Bank in New York, where he was an executor of the bank. And now the Nazis want their money back. They ain't going to get it, but you know. So yeah, he's a fucking war criminal, just like his son was. And I guarantee you, Bush Jr. was adopted out of Germany. And then why did they give 550 Germans clemency in the United States after the war? They brought them German scientists back with them and created the CIA so they can dumb down this country just like they did Germany. So it's history repeating itself right here in the United States. Yeah, but Twinkle Toes didn't serve. Good old Twinkle Toes. What do you call them? Spur Toes. Another fucking draft dodger. The coward that's there now. They're all cowards. They're all money-hungry mongrels that are employed by the banking cartel. Oh, she's burning good now. My new pipe. Yep, this one's retired. I'm going to take it apart tomorrow and put some... I'm going to cut it nice and flat here. Nice and at a 90 degrees. So when I glue an antler tine on here, it's going to be perfect. So this is burl wood. And it's going to, from here up, it's going to be all antler. That's going to be something. So anyways, I'm done talking about the stupid bullshit. Let's talk about knives. No, and actually I got what is it? 1 o'clock? 1:30 is my limit. I'm going to bed at 1:30. I got to get up and put a fence together. I want to get an early start. So, Primitivo Conde said hi. Where are you from? Venezuela or Mexico? Welcome, by the way. Oh, man, I'm telling you what. I got myself frustrated already. It's already 2 a.m. in Florida. Yeah, you're at your East Coast time. That is the East Coast. I'm Central time. Mississippi's the same as me. 1 o'clock Mississippi right now. Yes, I did what, Charlie? I'm sorry. I didn't catch that. And then Barbara says, yeah, what did I say that made you guys say that? I'm glad to see you guys still here and listen to my rant the whole time. I haven't seen Jerry yet. Claude came in and said hi. I didn't even see him say bye. I was too busy babbling. You can literally follow every trade made by Congress if you think you can get rich. Trade? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, got frustrated. Right. It bothers me, you know. I mean, what American wouldn't be bothered by it? You know what I mean? They just keep robbing us fucking blind, man. I don't even play with the fucking stocks anymore. It's a waste of my time. It ain't something I enjoy doing. Never did. If you enjoy playing with stocks and bonds and trading all day long, go for it. I've got my own portfolio, my own investments, and that all that matters to me. And I don't gamble on Wall Street that's owned by the banks. You know, I've remodeled some $1 million homes here in Illinois. I mean, I've done work for guys that own these filthy rich houses. They take me to the bank every day. Hey, you need $5,000? Let's go. Hey, you need $10,000? Let's go. Hey, you need another $10,000? Let's go. You know what I mean? So literally, they could take me to the bank every day and give me $10,000 every day, and I'd be happy. But you know what? Also, he told me, and lots of them tell me, see all this I got. You know, these cars, this house, and all this land that I own, and all this. I lost it all before, and he says, you know what? I'm just a few numbers away from losing it all again. You know what I mean? And that ain't me. I want an honest living, honest dollar for an honest day's work. You know, I don't care to rob Peter to pay Paul. Meaning, rob the common man so you can live fat on the hog yourself. I don't care for that shit, man. I don't accept it anymore. I'm not going, Paul did, said Cliff. Paul leaving? Paul, good night, everyone. I got to hit the say. All right, good night, Paul. God bless, brother. Be safe. So, I got all these damn knives all over my table again. Do you ever have enough knives in your way? This is what I carried today. I carried the old 722 Spitfire. This is probably my favorite folding book there is. I love my Spitfires. I don't care what anybody says. I love my Spitfires. So yeah, if you got a scale for this, man, send her off, brother. I'll send you something back in return. I'll surprise you. So Cliff says, I'm not going, Paul did. Yes. Well, I'm going to tell you, in another 25 minutes, I am going. I accidentally went to bed at 3 o'clock last night in the morning. And I felt like shit this morning when I got to Joliet work on the side job. And I could have finished it today if I didn't. forget a major tool that I needed. I set it right next to the truck on the garbage can. Didn't even grab the damn thing before I left the house. But I will finish it tomorrow. Get that good money. That honest living money. You only ever sleep for a couple hours? Why is that, John Doe? You taking off physicalogical divin drawn? I can't even pronounce it. My eyes are bad. Cycloland cognitive drawing. Cycloland cognitive drawing. You have a great night too, or great morning anyway, and be safe and God bless you. Oh, he gave me a $2 super chat. Well, here's for his $2, man. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. The old weenie whistle. It's not a kazoo. I couldn't dare blow on a fucking kazoo live on YouTube. And I'll never demeanor myself and call myself a nerd. Oh, Huey. Physical and cognitive, yep. If that makes them happy, that's what it is. Oh, shoot. Yeah, so I told the wife I'd come to bed early tonight. I got too much shit on both of these tables. Look at this. That's my sewing table. And so I finally made myself another hat. I'm gonna go online and order like fucking 20 of these because I want all my mods to have one, and I want all my 6-month members to have one. And I think I got one member that hasn't got one from me yet. They had 2 of these left, so I bought the 2 of them. But last time I was there, I bought 2 real trees and 2 shadow grass, and them are the best ones. But this is cool. I love this leaf pattern on this. This is good for turkey hunting in the fall. I'm about ready to whack me a couple of birds in my backyard. Yeah, I like this more maker, man, but yeah. After seeing the price on it, man, I got tooken. Yeah, Barbara, I went to bed the other night at 12 and didn't know time changed, so I only got 4 hours of sleep. It only got 3.5 last night, so I probably slept in. Right. Well, I actually knew the time was changing myself. And man, I tell you what, that extra hour did feel good. Now it's getting daylight at 7:05 instead of fucking 6:05. Because a lot of times I'm live till 6 o'clock in the morning, but not tonight. like I said, you got 20 more minutes and I'm done. There ain't gonna be no saying no. Oh, I got this from Jerry too, man. A true utility. Comes in a water. This would be good to put my boat registration in. It's a waterproof container. I think you probably use this for your boat key or some shit. I don't know. But it's got a fake key on it, so I assume you take this apart and you can put a couple keys on here. But then it's got a bottle opener and a screwdriver and some other shit, something for cutting seat belts. I don't know. Fingernail file. I guess whatever they could throw on here. It looks like this is a carabiner. That move. Let me see. Oh yeah, it comes out. I'll be damned. Look at that. Not only does it have a fucking carabiner, see that? But it's got a Victorinox keychain clip. So what's the use of having this if you got that? I don't know. Ended up this channel sleep. In fact, that's how I ended up on this channel, sleep problems. Well, you got a lot of minerals in your body you're missing, girl. That's why you're having sleep problems. You need to get proper magnesium in your diet. And some other things, but yeah, you'll get it. You'll figure it out yourself. So what you're saying is your sleep problems went away once you got on my channel, right? In fact, that's how I ended up on this channel, sleep problems. I understand, Charlie, that minus 1 hour hurts. I've got a container and I put some medical stuff in it, like bandages and band-aids. Oh, yeah. I got me in my boat first aid kit. Next, I got it hooked up on the side of the inside of my captain's control panel. So, right next to the fire extinguisher. So, it's all good right there. But yeah, anything you want to put in the boat, and this would be great. That you didn't want to get wet. Remember back in the day, you could put a flip phone in the sound bitch, but you can't put a cell phone in it today. Mine wouldn't even come close. It wouldn't even go but maybe a 1/4 inch down. And this is cheap plastic. Got a cheap rubber gasket on it. What am I going to do with this thing? Put a couple keys on it? I'll put my mailbox key on it because I leave that in the truck. I had to start locking my mailbox because the fucking mailman was ripping my shit off. Didn't get shit out of the post office for it. Didn't even get a fucking phone call back or nothing. Rotten son of a bitches, I tell you what. Who the hell takes mail out of your mailbox, takes the content out of the package, and folds the package back up empty and puts it back in your mailbox? No thief does that, believe me. Especially here, because out in the country here, people don't even come near your mailbox because they know they're going to get shot. So we had our other mail carrier that was awesome, retired, and then they had these temp carriers delivering to us, and that's when the problem started with my mail. So I got that off. Do I got a key to put on it? Probably not here. Nope. I could put my hitch key on it for my truck. And a pad. I got my log splitter padlock key on there too, so I can put them both together. What are you at the firehouse tonight, Charlie? Relaxing, watching the tube there, waiting for a call. What's this key say on it? True utility. Pocket tools. Oh, yeah, I was debating if I was going to go live tonight or not. It was getting late, and I'm like, well, you know what? Why not? There'll be a few of the good members in here, anyways, that are sleep deprived. My husband ordered a box of shoes, and the box came without no shoes to our house. Now, see, when my mail got put in my mailbox empty, the package was open, the knives were stolen out of it, and the package was folded back up and put in my mailbox. I went to the post office and they said, that package came in here full. We scanned it, it was full. Because we got to scan the packages of the content, what it weighs, everything when it gets there. And it was 2 pounds and it was full when they scanned it. So from the mail carrier to my house, it got stolen. Again, who takes the package out of your mailbox, takes the content out of it, and then says, I'm going to put the package, fold it up, put it back in their mailbox? It wouldn't be me if I, committing a federal offense, right? And out here, we all got security cameras on our mailboxes and on our front yards. There was nobody that went up to my mailbox. Nobody. It was only the mail lady. And then the mail guy. Oh, it was a lady, I'm sorry. She stopped for like 5 minutes in front of my neighbor's. After she put my neighbor's mail in his mailbox, she pulled up 5 feet from it. And this is on my camera. 5 feet from it, messed around for 5 minutes, and then she took off again and come to my mailbox. Well, that's when I went and got my mail, and my envelope was was completely empty. Pulled it up, put my mailbox, and it was scanned full at the post. Oh, I already know that. By 3:30, 4 o'clock, we got severe tornado warnings tomorrow, or tonight, I should say. So I'll be gone 17 miles away doing a side job. And I told my wife they're supposed to hit around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So no matter what I'm doing, if I'm finished or not, I'm getting my ass home by 2:30. So I should be able to finish it up by noon, 1 o'clock. And we are in Tornado Alley here, just as well as the Mississippi Flyway. All the way down to Arkansas, Mississippi. A lot of tornadoes. We had a tornado hit here, wiped out half the town of Coal City, which is 4 miles from me. And exactly 12 months later, in the same month, hit and took out all them same homes again in Coal City. It was crazy, man. 2 tornadoes back to back, 12 months apart, in the same fucking spot. So after that second time, I think it's time to move out of Coal City. I'd be like, pack it up, honey. We're getting the hell out of here. No, I'm at home. I worked off this morning. Oh, cool. So you had a regular day job today, huh? Oh shit. I'm getting tired already, man. See, I'm going to bed earlier now and I'm getting tired earlier. I'm getting off this night shift. Because the warmer the weather gets, the more side jobs I'm going to be doing. That means less work on knives. But it's hard to turn down them big money jobs, man. That's how I get Uncle Sam back. Throughout the 3 counties around me, my work speaks for itself. Everybody knows in the 3 different counties around me, they know my carpentry skills, put it that way. And there's people waiting for me to do work on their house. All I got to do is call one of them up, and I got another side job. Yeah, we've been waiting. Okay, I'm ready. It's your turn. And then I got one of my best friends. He owns a fence and deck company, and he's not the smartest deck builder, like I am. So he relies on me to do most of his deck work. So last year I did like a dozen decks for him. But I told him this year, I says, don't send any more of them anywhere else. I said, I want to do 2 dozen decks this year. It held the smallest deck I done last year was a 12 by 12 deck. It was $25,000 for the deck. In 5 days, I walked away with 10 grand. So I want to turn 10 grand a week until the end of summer. This is going to be my kitchen dining room, and I'm going to pay cash for it. And then I'm moving shop next door. I was just talking to the wife about that, Barbara. I don't know if any of you is on my Facebook page at all, but I've been posting a lot of posts about them semi-trailers that you can get dirt cheap. Oh, I want to bury one in the ground. And actually been wanting to make a storage cellar for my canned goods. Even though I got a whole house next to me now that I'm not using, that I can put these goods in. But no, I want to put a storage facility underground. And if these tornadoes come, I can just go down inside of it. Yeah, that's pretty decent, Charlie. At least a lot of people didn't die. But as far as the shelter right now, I got the basement next door in our other house. We can go in that when the shit hits the fan. But I want to put a semi trailer in the ground, and I'll frame it up in the inside before I bury it, and maybe drywall it and run electric to it with a generator. I love chat GBT. Thoughts on that? Well, what's your thoughts on me not knowing what the fuck GBT is? Why don't you fill us in there, buddy, and then I'll be able to give you my thoughts. Connex boxes, yeah. Connex box will work, yep. But man, you can get them trailers cheap. Oh, I might get 2 of them, put them side by side, and open them up, make it real nice. Make me a game room down there, and get my fresh water supply down there, and all my canned goods. Enough to live down there for 6 months if I have to. But I'm definitely going to start, once I get that done, I'm going to start filling it with the canned goods and stuff. Emergency food supplies for at least 6 months. But the canned goods I do now last 6 to 8 months. But I just don't do enough of everything. I'm going to start doing a lot more. I'm going to start canning meat and chicken and, some more homemade shit that I need to. I'm going to start making more, pardon me, more sauerkraut and a lot more things that I love to cook with. What's AI? Oh, okay. What do you GBT? See, I don't even know what the fuck GBT is. I don't need no help through any topics, to tell you the truth. I guess you would call me a non-lazy American. If I need help on something, I research it myself. I don't need a computer to tell me bullshit stories on how it is or should be. I still read books, man. What's my passion? What gets you excited? Right there. That's why you're here. Right there. That's my passion. You even know why you're here? And fishing, hunting, fishing. Living off the land, surviving, being myself, and not having a bunch of people around me. I don't live next to somebody where I can hear them fart at night. Nope, that ain't gonna happen. All right, all right. What kind of knives you like? Barbara, I think you need to ask him the one specific question that we always ask him. What specific question should we ask this lad here in the chat right now? Did you get the sow buster finished? No, I was gonna heat treat it today, but I had to go to a side job, so here it is. It's that one and this one's ready for heat treating, and I'm gonna be getting it done. I'll be mailing it out to him by this weekend. Put it that way, because this side job's only a day long. I just drug it out today because I missed one of my tools this morning. So if the weather allows me tomorrow, I'll be in here. I can't heat treat, run the forge in here without the garage door open. So if it's really bad weather like we're supposed to have, I probably won't be doing no heat treating tomorrow night. Oh yeah, the scales. No, I haven't even gotten them dyed yet. I gotta dye them yet, the burlap. So I'll probably save it for like Wednesday night, because then I'll be available after tonight, after I get the side job done by noon or so tomorrow, or today I should say. Then Wednesday I'm gonna, if it clears up, it's supposed to clear up, I'm gonna dye that burlap, and then at the end of the night I'll go live and you guys can see me put it together. I was actually like saving that for you guys. Because I told the guy I sold the knife to, I said, you can watch every step of me working on the knife live. So you guys are going to see me make the burlap in my car most likely Wednesday night when I go live. That's the question, Barbara. Do I sell knives? What does my YouTube channel say? I think this kid's a minor and he shouldn't be here, really tell you the truth. He's asking all these goofy questions. Usually the 10, 12, 13-year-olds will ask these questions. You read my YouTube channel, you'll know exactly if I sell knives or not. And this fucking pipe blows, man. I'm telling you. It's like I'm sucking tar in constantly. What is Ida Willis? Sounds like two fat people got married. Yeah, I can't figure that out either. Are you Ida or Willis? He's not answered. Well, well. I'm sorry, man. But old Ida Willis is going to go have to find somewhere else to like knives. Yeah, I'm saving it for Wednesday, Charlie. Like I said, today around noon, I should be done with the side job and then back in order again. I got 5 hours of work in it today. I got stuck busting fucking concrete out of the ground that the old posts were in. I think I had only had 3 posts to do it for. On my hands and knees pulling this fucking shit out. I got this big ramrod that weighs about 50 pounds. Wham! Busting that fucking concrete. Wham! Towards the end there, though, man, my fucking heart just started racing, man. I mean, I just start feeling chest pains again around my heart. I'm like, I better stop. I'm going to have another heart attack if I don't. So I stopped for a good half an hour, sat on their patio swing, drank about 3 bottles of water, and then I picked her up and went home. Because really, right now, I'm not supposed to be doing anything too physical for at least 6 months, they said. That ain't going to happen, man. Two slips and a minimalist wallet. Sweet. I got that fucking... I was making minimalist wallets. I got my own patterns for it that I made up. And then I bought this Tandy package. Tandy minimalist kit. And it shows you 2 different styles. And the fucking thing, you can't even put credit cards in it and open it up with the money in it because it's too short. You know, the money clip that's in the top is too close to the back of the credit card. So when you open it, it like binds on the credit cards. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? This Maker Mark guy for Tandy leather. So I'm like, I threw that thing in the fucking garbage and made another pattern that's an inch and a half long or an inch and a quarter longer, so that the spring clears the damn credit card. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to curse. I'm still a man of God, though, dude. Don't you forget that. That's probably why I chased Rex off. He is a preacher. And him and all his buddies down there in Mississippi just love Donald Trump. And he don't. Them guys do not like me saying anything bad about Trump. I think it's hilarious. Trump is not a man of God. Plain and simple. And he's not going to heaven. He can lie his ass off all he wants to make people feel sorry for him. You know, I lost respect for Trump back in 76, 77, no, what, 86, not 76. You know, about the time I was getting out of high school. I couldn't stand what happened between him and his brother and his father. His father was a ruthless businessman, and he was a racist. He told Donald, he says, don't rent to the blacks in the Bronx. What's that tell you? That was words that came out of his mouth publicly and was recorded. So there was no lying about it or no social media back then telling people that was false. So right off the get-go, racist, doesn't go to church, not at all remotely close to God. Fred Trump, not Donald. And then Fred Trump told his son, his first boy, if you're not going to be a ruthless businessman like I am, then I ain't giving you shit. He said, in fact, I'm going to give it to Donald. And he meant it. And he followed through with it. And it caused his oldest son to drink himself to death. He literally died in the hospital of sclerosis from drinking hardcore vodka and whiskey and anything he can get his hands on. So when he was dying in his deathbed in the hospital, not one time, not one visit ever did Fred nor Donald come to see him. Only his sister and mother came to see him. That's when I lost respect for Donald Trump as a man, as a human, as a family person. I never gained any respect for him since then, and I still won't today. Hi, how are you doing? I'm doing peachy. Really good, really good. In fact, I'm doing pretty darn good. How are you? How's it been going for you, Miranda? And welcome to my live stream. I appreciate it. I'm itching my upper back, not my ass. I got psoriasis on my lower back. In case you're wondering. I hate this shit. I absolutely hate it. Just finished up a 20-hour day. So tired. Oh, man, I hear you. It's like the rest of the Americans get trapped in that financial battle. Yep. Hope things go better for you. I used to work a lot of 16, 18-hour days. But I worked the second shift. I'd come in at 3:30. No. 30. And we would start at 4:30. And I wouldn't leave till 6:20, 6:30 the next day. You know, well, of course, working the second shift, it's when you get off. But it was scheduled 7/12. I worked 7 days a week, 12 hours straight for 9.5 months straight. And we had the option to stay and work even more hours if we wanted. And I took every hour I could get. Especially when they're paying you $135 an hour. I'm not going to turn it down. But man, Uncle Sam was getting like $3,500 a week out of my paycheck. Uncle Sam loved me too. Oh, I miss the big money jobs. I really do. I told the hall I think I need to go back to work for a couple more years so I don't have to work. Now that I'm retired, it's all work. If I don't do these side jobs, I don't have spending money, man. All my fucking pension goes to my bills. Okay, Barb. Yeah, I'm past 1:30, ain't I? Oh, fuck it. Might as well go to 2 now. Stop me at 2 o'clock, darn it. In fact, tell me at 10 till, okay? 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, tell me, or in 15 minutes, tell me I got 5 minutes left, and I'm out here, guys. 2 o'clock. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get 6 hours of sleep. I work banker hours when I do side jobs. 9 to 5. I don't wake up early for nobody. I have 2 kids that only I financially support, so got to make that green. Well, I hear you, Miranda, but you know, I'm a big advocate against, and I'm not speaking against you. Please don't think I am, but I'm a Christian man, and you know, our vows, you know, when we get married, we have children. Both the young men and young women today don't understand their obligation to Christ when they get married and what their vows actually mean. And we've got more and more split up families now than ever before, and it's because Christianity's gone away. People just are not following, you know, their vows through, you know, through Christianity, and it's breaking up these families. Personally, I know from learning that a lot of this single parent movement in this country today was all brought on by the feminist movement that was created by the creators. It wasn't created by women. It was created by those who wanted to separate families, who wanted to make it worse for them and for their children. So subconsciously, most young ladies and young men don't even know their obligations to each other through marriage. They don't even know, the last 2 generations don't even know, these young men don't know how to be men to young women. And these young women now do not know how to be young women to young men. So it's getting broken up more and more each day. And like I said, when they created the women's liberation and the women's movement, the creators did, it was their intention to get more than 43% of the nation working tax dollars. It wasn't about equal rights to a woman. One woman didn't wake up one day and say, hey, I need all the equal rights. And I agree. Women are totally equal to men in all aspects. I don't disagree with that. But that wasn't even really thought of, you know, through Christian vows with Christian obligations to Christ through marriage. But these people that wanted more and more money, they knew if they push this image into the media of what a woman should be like, what she should act like. She don't need a man. She needs a career. She needs everything a man needs. And then it gets to the Christian thinking men thinking that, well, if you want a career, go get a career. But don't have children until after, don't get a career until after your children are gone, if you're married and you get a divorce. But that's not your fault. And I'm not pinpointing a finger towards you. That's the majority of these young women nowadays. They just don't know how to be women to men. And men, young men don't know how to be young men to women. And that was created to be that way. Let's break up these households so that they got to work harder and longer. And then now let's destroy the value of their dollar so that they have to work all these 2-3 jobs in order to make it. You know, it's just all bullshit that the creators are doing to us here in this country. Big G is in the house. What up there, dog? Hey, look at this. I got my birch bark in the mail for my Puko knife finally. It's only 3 days late for the knife challenge. Now I can start. I can get this stack down here, man, and get ready to put a pommel on it after I heat treat it. But I'm going to get both of these. I got 3 knives here I'm going to have heat treated this weekend for sure. I'm not jacking around anymore. So what do we got? 13 more minutes, huh? I must have chased her off. She didn't answer me. Oh, there she is. I can agree with that. I wanted to be at home taking care of my kids, but I chose wrong in a husband that would not keep a job. Well, and that's just it. You know what I mean? You know, it just the last 2 generations, they just don't know how to stick to their vows, you know, when you get married. And here's the way it goes. And I'm not trying to be a chauvinist. I'm not trying to be a pessimist or ignorant or have ignorance saying this, but through the Old and the New Testaments, man is dominant by thy Lord as woman is dominant by thy man through marriage. It is the man's responsibility, you know, and that means going out and getting a job to provide for your wife and children. And see, these children in the last couple of generations lost this concept of how this works. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, a lot of young couples, they want a sex partner. And then it ends up with pregnancy. And then it ends up, well, we might as well get married. And that has a lot to do with Christianity. Just people that are not, you know, this is a country in God we trust. You know, this is a Christian nation of many races. You know, but it's all been lost through society. And society has changed because of the creators of it. The feminist movement was created by the money launderers so that they can make more and more, separating families, making things worse on them. You know, if you type into Google right now, ask Google, what phase are we in now in feminism? And how is feminism affecting our society? You're going to be very shocked in what you read. I've done Reddit for a decade now. And I understand why this country's turning the way it is. It's because it's becoming a system that the money launderers are creating so that they can take more and more money from us. Get us more and more in debt. It's the banks. The banks are draining the wealth of this country and they're making it worse for everybody. They're the ones that financed the women's lib movement before it even got off the ground. It was their plan to do it in the beginning. knowing damn well if they got women working too, they would be separating the women from their children to where they couldn't wean them properly through the Christianity of their own vows. See, these people know everything that they're doing, and it's all pre-planned. They sit around the table every day trying to figure out how to screw us out of every penny they can get out of us, and how. So society is turning for the worse because of the creators. Yes, sir. 10 minutes left, guys. 150 here, too. Yep. Yep. Is it 150 there over at you, Charlie? Are you on Central Time, too? No, I'm not in Kodiak. Kodiak was Kodiak. You put Kodiak. Are you in Kodiak? Where is Kodiak? But no, I named my business after my limited edition Kodiak GMC truck. It's only sold in the Northwest. Area specific truck. The Kodiaks were sold in Northwest. It's from Washington to Alaska to Northwest Canada. My truck owner's manual was in French. Yeah, I know what you meant. I was just messing with you, but yeah, I'm not in Alaska. My Kodiak GMC Kodiak limited edition GMC pickup. That's what I had before I got my new truck, which is a Chevy Silverado now. I since got rid of the Kodiak. I'd show you too, because it had a bear in the tailgate and everything else. So I made that white banner that's on the back of my Silverado. It was on my GMC at first. I took it out of there and put it on the Silverado when I changed vehicles. But I had a Kodiak limited edition with the bear on the door and on the back of the tailgate. And then I had my big Kodiak Edge logo on the whole back window of my truck. So I named my business after my truck. And you can still buy the Kodiak GMC pickup today, but they're mostly area specific. Mine came from Northwest Canada. This fucking pipe kills me, man. This whole thing's fucking like rubberized plastic, man. And I'm literally sucking fumes from it when I melt the tar that's stuck inside the small hole. New pipe tomorrow. You guys will see me with a brand new pipe Wednesday night. And then I'll go back to this one once I put deer antler on the whole thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Now I got two of them from them with cartoon characters on it. I don't know where he gets these stamps at. This looks like it's painted on, though. I think he's got a pattern that he traces on the leather and then he paints it. He's got a pretty steady hand when it comes to painting, I'll tell you that. I told him, I said, you got to work on your edge bubbling for the feathers on your sheaths. I says they need some work. I said, go spend the day with Charlie. He'll teach you. He's like, I know. He said, I got too small bevelers. I said, well, yeah, and you're not cutting deep enough either. So I sent him a few of my tools that I had spares of. I sent him a lifter, a lifting beveler that cuts under the leather and pulls it up. So when he does feathers, at least he can make them look more realistic. I had two of them, so I sent him one of them. 5 more minutes. Yep. I'm going to get some shut-eye, guys. appreciates his being here. Like I said, I didn't even really want to go live, but I wanted to show up my more maker tonight. I'm happy I finally got one, even though it's got a crack on the pinhole right here and some scratches on the blade, and I got to put a new pin in the fucking bolster because it's offset, and you can see the gap a little bit on the side from that. So, but I'll get it back to new. I'll make this more maker look better than anybody else's more maker. Yep, I might put ram horn on this thing. I think that would look sweet. And I'll put the shield back in it when I'm done. Fuck out of here. Damn mosquitoes. They're starting early already, guys. That's why I love winter. I love to take a break from mosquitoes and ticks, flies. Oh, man, if they... And crickets, right? Tony Thomas, I haven't been... Did his wife post again on his page? Because that's the only way we can know. I don't have his number and I don't talk to her. But I've watched every one of his videos since he started. So I come across them, man. I'm like, it gets you in and out of the woods. I'm like, I'm hooked. Oh, that gets my voice. This here trapper, it'll get you in and out of the woods. Gotta love him, man. Yep. I'm gonna go back to his page when I get off here in 3 minutes. All right, Miranda, man. Hey, don't work yourself to death, man. Do what you can do. You know, there was times when I was growing up with my folks where we were broke poor, and you know, at least I had both my parents, but you know, even if it was just my mom. And my parents did separate, got a divorce once we all got out of the house. So I've seen my mom have to go to work and be able to make some money. And it wasn't easier on her either. After having kids for 18 years. So God bless you. Be safe. Don't work too hard. Don't overwork yourself. And hopefully Wednesday night we'll see you here again live. And I'm going to do it early. So 2 more minutes, folks. 2 more minutes, Joe, and I'm out of here. Well, I didn't really want to go live tonight, Gio. I'm doing a side job, and I got to get up at 8 in the morning to do it. I got to go tomorrow a half an hour early, so I'll be leaving at 8:30 instead of at 9 to Menards and pick up 6-inch cedar pickets, 6 feet tall, 48 of them, and I got it in the 2x to nail on the posts after I set the last 2 posts. So I'll set the last 2 posts in about an hour. It's got that quickcrete. It hardens right away. Enough to where I can set them. I could set the 2x in and put all the pickets in. And I got a picket air nailer too. I mean, it specifically shoots nothing but nails that shoots pickets in when they make them at the fencing companies. I got one of them guns. So it takes me about an hour to shoot all the pickets on. And so by about noon I'll be done, and then I'll be back at it again here. I won't have a side job for another week or so. So, yeah, I'm on my last minute. You know, I cannot find the other half of this. I've searched all around my desk. I'm just going to have to take everything off to here and see if I can find it. Remember I poured the epoxy, the 2 halves of this trapper? I can't find the other half. I want to paint these blades silver, you know, and paint the body really cool. Paint both bolsters silver. And then glue them together. You know, drill a hole in it, make a keychain out of it. And I can't find the other half here. It's buried somewhere, or I dropped it. I just hope I didn't throw it in the trash can when I swept up. Because now I'm going to have to mold the same knife again in epoxy in the clay again. Okay, guys, it's 2 o'clock. Jill, hope yours looks better than mine did. Good night, garden. You all take care of yourself. I'm starting to plant my tomato plants now. I plant them 2 months early because I know how. And I'll have ripe tomatoes in the middle of May. If you all want to know the secret, I'll be glad to tell you on my next live. Just remind me. I'll tell you how to plant tomatoes in March. First week of March, I start planting tomatoes. And technically, you're not supposed to. The planting season doesn't start here for another month and a half because of the last frost. But my tomatoes are well protected from the frost when I plant them. Fishy fingers. I'm sorry, brother, man, but how you doing, brother? And I'm getting out of here. I've been on too long. I gotta go to bed so I can get up early in the morning. But come back and see me on Wednesday, Fishy Fingers, all right? And I'll probably go live about 9 o'clock Wednesday night. So, all right, Charlie. We'll talk to you later. Barbara, Charlie, Gio, Fishy Fingers. God bless you all, and we'll see you in the next one, man. All right. Thanks. Peace.